Archive. Archive is a repository. So research 1d8. Archive is a repository of valuable books, usually attached to a library behind a locked or secret door. Sure. Your archive contains one copy of a rare and valuable reference book chosen from the options in the reference book table. While you and this book are in your bastion, you gain the book's benefit, as noted in the table. When you issue the research order to this facility, you commission the facility's hireling to search the archive for helpful lore. Work takes 7 days. Whoever does the work gains knowledge as if they had cast the legend lore spell. You get legend lore for free. Excuse me? Is legend... I mean, to be fair, at that point it makes sense this is a level 13 Bastion, but like... Isn't legend lore like a 7th level spell or something? 6th, 7th, 5th, never mind. Name or describe a person, place, or object. Spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories. You get secret lore about stuff. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. Wait, so, and then the book, okay, Bigby's Handy Arcana Codex. You have advantage on an intelligence arcana check you make when you take the study action to recall lore about spells, magic items, eldritch symbols, magical traditions, and planes of existence. Advantage on intelligence history, intelligence investigation, intelligence nature, intelligence religion. So pretty much pick a... So pretty much pick a book and get advantage while you're at your stronghold. Okay. And then you can also enlarge it to a vast facility by spending 2,000 gold pieces. And if you do, you gain 2 additional reference books. So then you get 3 out of this list. So pretty much pick 1 or 3 intelligence skills and have advantage on them while you're within the bastion. Okay, sure. Armory. Trade, 1d4, 1 hireling. How many hirelings did? Yeah, 1, okay. Armory contains mannequins for displaying armor, hooks on the wall for holding shields. When you issue the trade order, you commission the facility's hirelings to stock the armory with armor, shields, weapons, and ammunition. Excuse me, what? This equipment costs you 100 gold pieces plus an extra 100 gold pieces for each bastion defender in your bastion. If your bastion has a smithy, the total cost is half. It's kind of cool that they play off of one another, I will say that. While your armory is stocked, your bastion defenders are harder to kill. When any event causes you to roll dice to determine if your bastion loses 1 or more of its defenders, roll a d8 in place of a d6 you would normally roll. When the event is over, the equipment in your armory is expended regardless of how many defenders you have or how many you lost. Okay. I don't know how many defenders you have. That do be a lot of money for a level 5 bastion. So, yeah. Barracks. No hirelings. 1d4 for recruits. Can have more than 1 barracks, each of which is furnished to serve as a sleeping quarters for up to 12 bastion defenders. Each time you issue the recruit order to this facility, up to 4 bastion defenders are recruited to your bastion and assigned quarters in this barracks. The recruitment costs you nothing. You can't issue the recruit order to this facility if it's fully occupied. Keep track of the number of bastion defenders housed in each of your barracks. If you lose bastion defenders, deduct them from your roster. Assign names and personalities to your bastion defenders as you see fit. And each barrack can have 12, right? And you can enlarge it for 2,000 gold pieces to get 25. So, here's a question. Like, it's very noticeable, like, this is something that you can keep doing. This is something that you can keep doing each Bastion turn, right? This and this isn't. So is that like a trade-off kind of a thing, or it just I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't call it bad that some of these are like limited, but I don't know. I don't necessarily like the idea, because the armory you can do once for 1d4 BP, so this is not a BP farmer. Then again, I guess you have to make the choice where your priorities lie. Like, is your priority getting BP? To be fair, because if you think about it, if you just fill up your entire bastion with like an armory, a barracks, and then you every now and again do those actions, you do have maintain order to also get the 1d4. The only downside is maintain order, from what I've read, is like on the entire bastion. So, you know, if you'd have like an armory and a barracks, you do trade once, you do recruit once, and then you technically can't do trade anymore, so. Also, because here's one thing that I also want to mention. You're spending 100 gold pieces plus an extra 100 gold pieces for each Bastion defender in your Bastion. Do you get to choose in which order these two happen? Because if you, like, let's say you've started with a new Bastion, right? You have two special rooms. Two special facilities. Let's for a second, just for theorizing sake, let's say that you take the armory and then you take the barracks as your two. Now you want to execute your orders. So you say, okay, I want to do armory and then I want to do barracks. Okay. Technically what you can do is you can do the armory first, paying 100 gold pieces, and then you can get, what is it, up to 4 defenders. But you've only spent 100 gold pieces on your equipment. But it's technically fully stocked, because this does not say that if you add Bastion defenders later down the line, that this is no longer fully stocked. You see what I mean? It's fully stocked after you would have to defend. See where I'm going with this? And that's a little weird to me. I'll go even weirder if your first turn is that, but then your second turn, you once again, you only pick up the barracks and you don't pick up the armory because no new event has taken place. Now you have 8 defenders, but you've technically only paid for the stocking for, well, none, because you started with none. See where I'm going with this? I don't know. It's a little weird. Demiplane. Oh god. Ability to use an arcane focus is space fast, which I think is a 6x6 or 36. Hirelings none. Empower 1d10. Shadowy door appears on the flat solid surface in one of your other facilities in your bastion. You choose location. If you are in your bastion during a bastion turn, you can relocate this door to another facility in your bastion. The door is large enough to allow medium creatures to pass through it unhindered, and only you and your bastion hirelings can open it. The door leads to a demiplane that takes the form of a room made of an otherworldly materials as resilient as stone. Demiplane exists in an extra-dimensional space, therefore isn't physically attached to other locations in your bastion. Neither the demiplane nor its door can be dispelled. When you issue the Empower order to this facility, magical runes appear on the demiplane's walls, floor, and ceiling and last for 7 days. Until the runes disappear, you gain temporary hit points equal to 5 times your level after spending an entire long rest in the demiplane. Again, well, here it's temporary hit points. Again, well, no, actually, you only get the temporary hit points after you spend the long rest in the demiplane. So, yeah, this is fine. While in the demiplane, you can use a magic action to magically create a non-magical object of your choice from nothing, causing it to appear in an unoccupied space within the demiplane. The object can be no bigger than a 5-foot cube in any dimension, must be made of wood, stone, clay, porcelain, glass, paper, non-precious crystal, or non-precious material. Finish a long rest before you can perform this action again. So you can make a lot of things. Okay. And then scry proof, you can't scry on this. I mean, to be fair, you can just keep empowering and get 5 build points, Bastion points every day, right? It's not too bad. 5.5 on average. It's a cool rune. Not being able to, not being able to be scryed upon is something that's relatively important once you get to level 17. I don't know why, it just feels... Because to be fair, you get temporary hit points equal to 5 times your level. That's like 85 temporary hit points at this point. Is it weird that it still feels slightly... I don't know, boring? I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't like the demi-plane. Maybe it's because like demi-plane sounds like the coolest flippin' thing that you can get. Like, oh look, I have a door here. And it leads to another plane. That sounds extraordinarily cool. Like, extraordinarily cool. And then it's like, you get temporary hit points. And you can make objects. And you can't be scryed upon. It makes sense that you can't be scryed upon it. You're on a different plane. Technically, if you didn't put this here, this would still count. If you think about it. I don't know, this feels so boring for like a level 17 thing called a demi-plane, but that maybe that's just me. I don't know, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is like, oh, this sounded so cool and now it's not what I expected. I was like expecting at least you could have like, I don't know, a demon pop out or something, I don't know, something like that. Like, not necessarily, you know, like, not that you can call it Demon Prince, but maybe, like, you know, equal, like, a number of CR points equal to half your proficiency bonus. You know, you can have, like, 3 CR worth of demons come, have them pop out or something, I don't know. Gaming Hall. Hirelings 4, sure, trade, 1d6. Gaming Hall offers recreational activities, chessboards, darts. Issued the trade order to this facility, commissioned the facility's hirelings to turn the gaming hall into a gambling den for 7 days. At the end of the 7th day, roll percentile dice and get money. Pretty much, you get money from it. Like, what is this? On average, this is 350 gold pieces at most. You have like a 5% chance to get that, so... yeah, money. Easy enough. And, you know, gambling addiction. Garden. Harvests. A Bastion can have more than one garden, sure. Decorative. Decorative? Oh my god, I don't know why I said decor. Well, decor, technically. Decorative garden. This aesthetically pleasing garden is full of flowers and topiaries. Food garden. Delicious mushroom of vegetables. Herb garden. Contains rare herbs, some of which have medicinal uses. Poison garden. Garden is stocked with plants and fungi from which poisons and antitoxins can be extracted. While in your bastion, you can instruct the facility's hireling to change the garden from one type to another. It takes 21 days and no other activity can happen. When you issue the harvest order to this facility, commission the facility's hireling to collect items. It takes 7 days, costs no money. Decorative, you can get 10 exquisite floral bouquets or 10 vials of perfume. So you get 50 gold pieces. Garden produces mushrooms and vegetables that are sold to earn you 50 gold pieces. Garden produces herbs that are used to create a potion of healing, 50 gold pieces. And the garden produces plants that are used to create either 2 vials of antitoxin or 1 vial of basic poison. I'm assuming 50 gold pieces. So this is like a 50 gold piece per thingy. And then you can enlarge your garden to a vast facility, spend 2,000 gold pieces. And then it is equivalent to 2 roomy gardens and can include 2 of the same type of garden or 2 different types. Sure. And a vast garden gets an additional hireling. So you spend 2,000 gold pieces to get 100 gold pieces, I guess. You know, after 40 days, you've gotten your value out of it, I guess. 40 domain turns, which according to them is about, you know, 5 through 8 levels. So, you know, if this is worth it, I don't know. Doesn't look like it though. Greenhouse. Spacious enclosure where rare plants and fungi are nurtured. One plant in your greenhouse has 3 magical fruits growing on it. Any creature that eats one of these fruits gains the benefit of a lesser restoration spell. Fruits that aren't eaten. Okay. Sure. Plant replaces all picked fruits daily at dawn. Can't be transplanted without killing it. When you issue the harvest order to this facility, choose one of the following options. You get a greater potion of healing. And either get Midnight Tears, Pale Tincture, Torpor, or Truce Serum. This would be worth it. Like, a greater potion of healing is like 250 gold pieces, right? So, greenhouse, level 9, free greater potions of healing every 7 days. I mean, yeah, sure, I could live with that. Oh wait, no, every action. Still. Guild Hall. Guild Hall comes with a guild, for which you are the guild master. This is level 17, prerequisite expertise in the skill. No hirelings, okay. Facility is a meeting room where members of your guild can discuss important matters in your presence. Wall banners depict a guild symbol. Your guild has roughly 50 members made up of skilled folk who live and work outside your bastion, usually in nearby settlements. Each time you issue the recruit order to this facility, you commission 1 or more members of your guild to perform a special assignment. Each guild in the sample guild specifies the nature of that assignment. With your DM's permission and help, you can create new assignments. Sure. All of a sudden, I can see why this is 23 pages. Jesus. You send adventurers to track down a beast that has a challenge rating of 2 or lower, is known to lair within 50 miles of your bastion. Adventurers slay or capture the beasts. 1d6 plus 1 days. If the creature is slain in your bastion is a trophy room, you can add a trophy taken from the creature to that facility. If the creature is captured in your bastion as a menagerie, you can add the creature to that facility. Okay. Assign bakers to create baked goods. You get 500 gold pieces or a favor. Brewers guilds. Deliver 50 40-gallon barrels of ale to your bastion in 7 days. You can sell them for 10 gold pieces apiece. 500 gold pieces. Wow. You assign cartographers to draw a map in 7 days. You can pay them 500 gold pieces to procure a map of a known adventure location and deliver it to your bastion in 7 days. Okay, sure, you can get a map. Entertainers Guild, assign entertainers to create a work of art. The work gains recognition and high praise but has no monetary value. The DM can decide that the work accrues value after your death. So this is purely what, like, this has no actual benefit. Then just there's a song about you. I would hope if you're level 17 that you already have some degree of fame, but Does this mean that, like, you could literally, because at this point you can technically cast True Resurrection if you have a cleric? You just, like, I don't know. You make sure that you have a wizard who can cast, a Gentle Repose or something. You kill off one of your players, have like a big burial for it. Make sure that all of the monetary value of this song comes to you. You get like a couple thousand gold pieces from it. And it's like, ah, now we're gonna resurrect you. And you bring them back. And it's like, haha, here's your money. And everybody who doesn't know that you're back alive is like, technically, you just like, what, you just make an entertainers guild, have them make a song, kill off the player they made the song for, resurrect him, like, no, not resurrect him, regenerate them so that they're a different person, and then just get a shit ton of money and just give them the Bastion. Their long lost adopted brother or something. I don't freaking know. That'd be a cool thing. Anyway, details. You assign jewelers to craft a gemstone or piece of jewelry worth no more than 1,000 gold pieces. You must pay half the item's cost in raw materials. Hey, look, 500 gold pieces. It's so obvious how, like, everything that gets you money in the same Bastion just gets you the same amount of money. It's hilarious. Anyway. It doesn't matter. You assign jewelers to craft a gem piece. Yeah, I already read that one. Assign masons to add a defensive wall to your Bastion at no cost. Yep, okay. So, yeah. This is decent, to be fair. Shipbuilders Guild. You assign shipbuilders to build one of the vehicles in the waterborne vehicles table of the player handbook. Oh, boy. Oh, you pay the full cost of the vehicle, and the work takes 1 day per 1,000 gold pieces. Cool. Thieves Guild. Assign thieves to infiltrate a random location within 50 miles of your Bastion. Steal a non-magical object from it. The object can be no bigger than a 5-foot cube and is delivered to your Bastion in 1d6 plus 1 days. A white key is left in its place. DM may decide that this activity leaves you at risk of retaliation from law enforcement or the victim. You know, again, I would hope by level 17 that you can do this your bloody self. I don't know. Especially because if you think about it, right? You can't do this unless you are in your Bastion. You can't make this happen unless you are in your Bastion, right? Because otherwise you have to do maintain order. So this feels like, why would you ever pick this? To have a Thieves Guild? I wouldn't want a Thieves Guild to steal an object. I'd want a Thieves Guild because A, they usually bring in obscene amounts of money. B, because they usually get a shit ton of information about stuff within the city that they've been built in. And C, because let's be bloody honest, if you make a Thieves Guild, this is what you're legitimately asking for, right? What? Are you... No? Come on. Anyway. Laboratory. When hireling crafts, contains storage spaces for alchemical supplies, workspaces for crafting potions and other concoctions. When you issue the craft order to this facility, choose one of the following options. Liquid concoction, you can craft a vial of acid, alchemist fire, bottle of ink. 7 days, half the costs. Craft a vial of basic poison. Or a vial containing 1 application of a rare poison. Burnt other fumes, carrying crawler mucus, essence of ether malice. 7 days and you must pay the potion's cost. So here's the full cost of the poison. Here it's half the cost. Craft potion. You commission the facility's hireling to craft a magic potion. You craft it yourself if you have the ability to use a spellcasting focus. Work takes 7 days. Okay, so, excuse me, sorry. Wait, what? Or you craft it yourself if you have the ability. Oh, okay, so either you craft it yourself, at which point I'm assuming you're using your level for this, but if you get your hireling to do it, then they're treated as half your level rounded up, which means until level 9, you can't have them make an uncommon potion, and you still have to pay the full cost, but you can pretty much get potions. Okay, sure. Library. Contains a collection of books plus one or more desks, reading chairs. Issue the research order. Commission the facility's hireling to research a topic. Do the research yourself. Can be a legend, known event, or location. Takes 7 days. You obtain up to 3 accurate pieces of information about the topic that were previously unknown to you. Okay, sure. Similar to the legend lore one then, I guess. Meditation chamber. Relaxing space that helps align one's mind, body, and spirits. When you issue the Empower order to this facility, you enable all your Bastions' hirelings to use the meditation chamber to gain a measure of inner peace. You can immediately issue a Bastion order to one of your Bastion's other special facilities, even if that facility has already been issued an order on this Bastion turn. Okay. Except if it's like a craft or harvest one, because those were never able to use another action even if they were allowed, right? Okay. So meditation chamber pretty much gives you 2 actions for the price of 1 if you know how to build your Bastion a little bit. Okay, sure. Also, you can meditate in this facility over a period of 7 days to fortify your mind, body, and spirit. Does this... So then technically this means this is also really good for Bastion points, because I would assume you'd get the Bastion points twice as well. So that's pretty decent. You can meditate in this facility over a body of fortify your... If you leave the Bastion during this time, you get no benefit. Otherwise, at the end of the 7th day, you get advantage on 2 kinds of saving throws for the next 7 days, chosen randomly from the fortified saves table. Again, this feature is very campaign dependent. It depends on how long you have to travel somewhere. To be fair, by level 13, if you have a wizard, you have teleportation. So it's probably less difficult to make this good, but not every party has a wizard or a sorcerer. Not every party has teleportation, is actually the correct way to say it.